Let's go. Week 3 of my marathon block. Today I got a 10-mile run. I feel pretty bad right now. I think I slept like 4 hours or something, and I don't know. Woke up feeling a little sick. Hopefully that's not the case, and it's just because of my bad sleep that I woke up pretty bad, but I don't feel too great. But we got a nice 10-mile run, easy pace, around 12-minute miles or something like that. Let's see how I do. Just finished the 10-mile run and I feel great. I know early on I said I felt like pretty bad, but I mean I still do. Like, I don't know if I'm coming up with a sickness or not, but whatever. I ran a pretty good time. I ran 30 seconds faster than last week, 30-second pace wise. So I ran 11:22 minute mile. Ended up with 1:53, an hour 53 minutes on the run, and in a lower heart rate. So I actually feel really good about that. Like, it's, again, like, just fitness is slowly improving. I'm getting faster every week and I can see the improvements. I think tomorrow, I actually think I have a recovery run tomorrow, and then I have on Thursday some thresholds. So it's gonna be my first triple back-to-back run for this training block, but we'll see how that one goes. But again, feeling really good, and let's just do this. I'll see y'all next week. See y'all tomorrow. All right, I got thresholds today. It's gonna be the same workout as I did in week 1 of the marathon block. It's gonna be 3-mile warm-up and then 4 miles at threshold pace, which is gonna be around 8-minute miles. Try to push it to maybe 7:50 because I think I'm feeling a little better today. Fitness is, again, up, so let's see if I can do like around 7:50 and then mile cool down. But should be a good one. I really enjoyed this workout last time I did it, and it's fun to run fast, so I'll see y'all then. Just finished my 4-mile threshold. Now I'm just doing my 1-mile cool down, so I just bring the camera out and whatnot. This one was a little tougher. I mean, the run's not over, so I can't really tell you the stats, but I definitely ran a little faster, like around 7:50. I started off at 8 and then progressively got faster, 7:50, but I feel like the effort here was a lot harder than on week 1 when I did the same workout. I'll need to check the stats, but it felt harder. I'm still a little tired. Still cooling down from my threshold run. It's always fun when you start, and then once you get to that last mile, you're like, this is fast. But yeah, overall, it's a good run. It's really humid, which is why I'm like super sweaty right now. Probably also why the run was a lot harder than I had expected it to be. But yeah, it's whatever. It's also my first triple back-to-back run. So I did 10 miles, 5 miles, and then today I did 8 miles. So that probably played into it, but got a rest day tomorrow, and then I actually have a race on Saturday, but I'm not gonna run it. I'm just gonna jog it, because that is my recovery day. And then on Sunday I got a 14-mile run. All right, I'm out of breath. I'll catch you later. All right, back. Cooled down. I got my breath now. I was like trying to talk and run after I did my threshold. I could not. How do people do that? Anyway, I looked at the stats, and yeah, I mean, compared to the first workout I did 3 weeks ago during my first week of training, I actually did slightly better in terms of heart rate. Like, it was less heart rate and faster pace as well. I broke a second best PB in the 5K accidentally, I guess. It was a 24:23, which is dope. I ran 7:52 for my 4-mile threshold block, so like, nice. It's ironic because I'm running a 5K this Saturday and I'm not breaking any PBs there. I'm just gonna jog for that one. So I wish I had done this speed on Saturday, but the workout is what the workout plan is. But yeah, overall great run. Went a little faster. Like, the plan is the exact same as my first workout. Like I didn't change anything, but I think I just pushed a little bit more, which is great. I don't want to push any more than I am already, because like these threshold runs are great and all, but I'm not focusing on a 5K race or anything like that. So kind of go for endurance and making sure that I recover fine. So if I push too hard on these types of runs, like my legs are gonna be shot and I can't do my next workout. So keep it steady. Super happy with this one, and I'll see y'all on Saturday's race. Today's race day. I have a 5K race. This is not the usual 5K race that I usually do, because I stopped doing those races actually. Like if you remember in the earlier episodes, I had a 7-race 5K series. I only ended up doing maybe 3 or 4 of those races, I think, because of the marathon training. Like I just wanted to stop doing the speed workouts and focus on the long distance stuff. So decided to drop out of those races. But this race is different because this is part of the 9+1 program that I mentioned in week 1. So 9+1 is you have to run 9 races throughout the year plus 1 volunteer event, and then you'll qualify for the next year's New York City Marathon. So this is all for next year's marathon. And the reason I'm racing this is I was on the wait list for like a bunch of races. These races are really hard to get, so I just put my name on all the standby list, and I got this one on Wednesday, and I was like, whatever, let me just sign up. Like it's just a 5K run, and I'm not gonna run this again because I can't run fast on my training blocks. Like I have 14 miles to run tomorrow, so there's no way I'm gonna, do a PB or do a hard effort and then run 14 miles the next day. Like it's just not happening. So I'm just gonna jog this one. Like today's supposed to be a 4-mile recovery day, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run the 5K recovery pace and then finish it off with like a mile cool down. But yeah, that's the race. I mean, nothing too much to it. I also have to wake up at like 5 a.m. on a Saturday because this race is like an hour away. But whatever, the things you do for these like marathons, like it's crazy. But I'll see you then. Done with the race. That was actually kind of tough. I ran super slow. I actually ran harder than I wanted to for a recovery run. Did not expect. I should have looked at the course map, but this was the hilliest 5K course I've ever ran. Like there was one hill that was super steep and like just took me out. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't actually record that one because yeah, that would have been a brutal. Anyway, I definitely ran a harder effort than I wanted to for a recovery run. Lessons learned, but I do have 1 race under my belt for the 9+1 program for the New York City Marathon. So on my way to getting that qualifying status or whatever you call it. Just gonna take the day to rest up, recover, and then prepare for my 14-mile run tomorrow. All right, Sunday is here. I got my 14-mile long run going. My legs feel good. I'm glad that they aren't too sore from yesterday's 5K race because those hills were nasty. But I think I recovered pretty well. I don't know what my target time for today is. Anything under 3 hours, I guess. I mean, 14 miles is gonna be the longest I've ever run, so it'll be fun. I picked a new route today too, so it'll be something new. I usually run around the park, but I figure for 14 miles, like that's gonna be like 5 loops around the park, and I would have gotten bored. So found something new. I'm gonna run through 2 bridges, Williamsburg Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge, I think, something like that. But yeah, it'll be interesting. But because I'm not running in the park, there's gonna be a lot of traffic lights that I'm gonna be stopping at, which is gonna be a little annoying, but it is what it is, right? We'll do. But I'll let you know how that goes. Yo, this run is kind of lit. I got this new path. It's around Brooklyn, goes into Manhattan. I was a little worried about like all the traffic lights and everything having to stop, but literally haven't even stopped. There's like no traffic. I forget it's Brooklyn, you know what I mean? Um, I gotta do this more often. This day is amazing as well. Like probably one of the best running days I've had in a while. I'm just breezing. I don't even know where I'm at right now. I think I'm at like 6 miles in or something, but I feel great. Yep. Remember when I said the run was easy? I was at like 6 miles. That was the toughest run I've ran since the half marathon race I did. That was brutal. I don't know if it was probably because of my tired legs just throughout the week. I mean, that's 40 miles on the week of running, so it's a lot of miles. Heart rate wise though, like I did really well, you know, stayed at 155. My max was supposed to be 165 and I stayed way below that. So cardio wise, I feel really, really good. But around like 12 miles, my like hips were like cramping up, and I think I needed more fuel too. I need to start eating breakfast before these runs as well, because I think I started like have all the carb mix and gels and all that, but I think I need food as well before these runs. So I'm gonna start doing that for my Sunday long runs. Lessons learned. But I mean, it's a good run, you know, scenic as well. Ran around Brooklyn, Manhattan, 2 bridges, blah blah blah. So it was nice. Like I can't complain. I just, yeah, the last 2 miles I was really pushing it, trying to get those 2 miles out. But pace wise, heart rate wise, all that, like I ran 11:07 I think, or something like that, which is pretty damn fast. Like again, like when you compare it to like week 1, I was running like 12-minute miles. Now I'm running 11. So yeah, pretty happy with that. I am definitely going to be really sore tomorrow, but it's a good thing it's a rest day. Then on Tuesday, I think I have strides or something like that, 10 miles with strides. That one might be tough. I'm not sure if I'm going to recover in time to be fully ready for that, but we'll see. But yeah.
All right, week 3 is finally finished. This was a tough week. We did 40 miles on the week, and we did 5 sessions, which is the most sessions that I've done in this marathon block. I'm usually doing 4 sessions, but I think as we ramp up the mileage and everything, I'm going to start having 2 rest days instead of 3. So you can see Monday I had no workouts planned. I did a core workout as usual, and then on Tuesday I did a 10-mile run. Nothing too crazy here, just a regular 10-mile run. Nothing like to really call out. 11:22 pace, 154 heart rate. And then I did a 4-mile recovery the next day. So this is the triple back-to-back day. So did 4 miles after that. 4 miles was pretty chill. And then on Thursday did an 8-mile threshold. So this one was a 3-mile warm-up and then 4 miles at threshold pace and then 1 mile jog to cool down. So this was actually a really fun one. I broke a second best PB in the 5K, as I had mentioned. You can see I ran 7:52 for 4 miles on my run. So let's expand this one too, just to check it out. But pretty happy about this one. I ran 7:56, 7:44, and then 7:50. So really fast splits for me, and pretty happy about that. And then I did the 4-mile recovery, which was actually a 5K race that I did. Let me actually show y'all this because, like, yeah, this was a bad one for me. I was not expecting, if you look at the elevation here, I was not expecting the 2 hills that were on this course. So there was like one hill and then pretty steep. And I'm like, okay, cool. Going back down, going a little fast. And then like you could see the second hill was crazy steep. Like I was like, check this out. Like from 21 minutes to 24. So 3 minutes of like just straight steep 150 elevation. So what was that, like around like 70 feet of elevation gain within 3 minutes? Pretty wild. But that one knocked me out. Yesterday was a tough run. And then brings us finally to the 14-mile long run that we did. Super happy about this one as well. The last 2 miles were killing me, but 104% efficiency on that. 155 heart rate. Usually my long runs on the Sundays, I try to go for like 165 max. So for me to go 155, like that tells me that I've been, cruising through it. Like I'm not really expanding my exertion too much. And I ran at 11:07 pace. I think the last long run I did was 12 miles, not including last week's, because last week I did like a marathon pace one. But the 12-mile like regular long run I did, I think it was like 10:50 something. So this was a little slower than that one, but lower heart rate. Um, and we could check out the splits too. I don't know if y'all really care about that one, but this one was like what, around 11, 11:45, 10:38, and then 10:15 was my fastest one. I don't know which mile that one is. I'm not going to count on that. 10:15, and then oh no, I think that was like what, mile 9 I did that. And then those last 2 miles, you could see I slowed down all the way to 11. You can see, where's the heart rate at? Yeah, you can see the heart rate too, like 158, 160 to end off the workout. I was not having it. That was a tough one, but yeah, I mean, overall, great week of training, high mileage. Did a speed workout, did a long run. Checked all the boxes and enjoying myself, and I feel good. Hopefully, I can rest and recover. My legs are pretty dead right now after that 14-mile run, but let's hope that I can rest tomorrow and then continue on Tuesday.